Hey guys, Dodai197 again, this time with a review of the 144th scale Dodai YS, also known as the Flying Brick, from the original Gundam series. And I'll immediately give a warning to the casual Gunpla builders, this is an old kit from 1979, and that means it's going to require both glue and painting, because it's molded entirely in this burgundy plastic. So you're going to have to paint the gray here and here, the gray on the bottom, the blue here on the windscreen, and on these, I don't know what they are, these spherical things. Originally I thought they were like a weird kind of landing gear, but that would be impossible because of the wings that are so low. Yeah, you also have to paint the black here. And yeah, the size of this should be like a yellowy orange, but I decided to take an artistic liberty there. And like I said, you also have to glue it together, but there aren't really a lot of problems gluing this together. The only major issue, well, minor issue, was that, as you can see here, there's like a little gap. So I couldn't really get these wings together close enough. The other part was the complete opposite. I couldn't get them apart far enough, so this kind of overlaps a little bit. But other than that, the molding is pretty good in this kit, especially for such an old one. And you're not going to believe me, but you actually get some accessories. And these two thingies are actually upgrade parts for the original goof. As you can see, they're well, I guess they're supposed to give the legs some extra articulation. And talking about the goof, you're of course not going to buy the Dodai YS to display it alone. And as you can see, it works like a charm. The stand is more than sturdy enough to support both the Dodai YS and the modern goof. As you can see, that's how it should look. And of course, it's not just limited to the goof. If you have a Zaku, no problem at all either. And it will even support the Gelgoog. You have to be a little bit more careful and the legs have to be together all the way, but it can be done. Oh, and finally, this stand doesn't have to be glued on. You can always remove it afterwards if you want to put it on something else. And there you go. Also, something really cool about the stand is the name is actually written on it, Dodai YS. So, as always, the inevitable question is, do you want to buy this? Well, I'm actually going to have to split this in two categories. Category 1 is you don't want to paint. Then, no. Well, if you don't want to paint, it's literally going to look like a red brick. And it's probably not going to look good at all, so definitely no. But if you do want to do a little paint touch-ups, like I did, and this is really no effort at all, even though the paint job could have been a bit better, especially the windscreen here. But if you like painting, absolutely yes. It's 500 yen, and you have your goof, Zaku, or whatever, a fantastic ride for the 1-year war era. So, absolutely. And it's also very nicely detailed. Most of the old kits don't really have a lot of detail, but this is a notable exception. And at 500 yen, it's a hell of a lot cheaper than the Dodai from the X line, which is ridiculously overpriced. And essentially, it requires as much painting as this kit. Believe me, I also have it. So, that's all for this review, and see you at the next one. But wait, it's not over yet. I almost forgot to do a quick comparison with the base jabber. As you can see, in terms of wingspan, the Dodai Kai is actually bigger, but the main body of Dodai Kai is significantly smaller than that of the base jabber. The Dodai Kai seems to be about as big as the dark bluish here. So, and of course also the Dodai Kai is significantly less detailed than the base jabber. But still, for the price difference, seeing as how this guy is more than twice as expensive, This is definitely still a very great buy. And this time for sure, see ya at the next review.